Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Friday, February 9th, 2018. I thought I would start this video outside so you can see what a lovely day we're having here in New York. And so I came home this morning and I cleaned off the panels, and we got, I think, brought in like 0.2, and then the snow has started and it's been pretty much snowing all day. So you know, we got a couple inches maybe so far, but yeah, it's that kind of, like I said, it's that kind of weather. That's what we deal with up here. So we're gonna go inside now and we're gonna do a tea chat. So anyway, it's probably, I think 24 was the high for today, and obviously called for snow, as you can see it all over the place. But so we're gonna go inside, we're gonna sit down and we're gonna do a tea chat. Okay, so let's head back in. I got the generator on, and that's right there. All right. There's Miss Bella in the box over here. Right. So let's see what we got. My Yankees mug, because as you guys know, I'm a diehard Yankee fan. Alright, so I had a buddy of mine contacted me, and he was like, "Oh dude, I'm worried about you," and stuff like that. You know, he goes, "You've been doing kind of a lot of gloom and doom videos." And I said, well, I'm just putting different scenarios out there so that people can make their own assessments and they can look at a situation and use their own judgment on what they want to do. Okay, so that's why I do a lot of the videos that I do. A lot of the videos that I do are actually requested by people. They'll say, "Would you do a video on this? Would you do a video on that?" And so that's why I do those type of videos a lot of times, just to you know, put it out there, put your thought process out there. And I got to tell you, I get very amused, you know, the different people that will make that negative comment. And I'm going to tell you what, if you're going to make a hateful, you know, if it's constructive criticism, I don't mind that. But if it's like a hateful comment and you're going to use, you know, foul language and say that I'm this, that, or the other thing, I'm going to delete your comment. So, but I find it amazing that all these people with, you know, this negativity, that a lot of times I go back to their channel. Hold on, one second, just check this. Okay. I will go back to their channel to see their pearls of wisdom, because they're obviously so much more intelligent than I am, that, you know, they have so many criticisms, but they never have any videos. So I mean, you know, it's like, how can you, you know, take their great advice and their hateful comments when they have nothing to share with the world either? So that's kind of interesting. But anyway, so you know, a lot of people said this won't happen or this won't happen and stuff like that. And a lot of the comments people had said, well, how could the government feed, you know, 330 million people? Well, there wouldn't be 330 million people, okay? If there was some major event that happened and, you know, they had to do some kind of a crackdown, if you will, they're going to let people go to fodder, to be honest with you. They're going to let us kill each other off quite a bit first. And then they would set up camps as far as, you know, supposedly trying to help people. And they would want you to come in and surrender at these camps. So it would definitely not be 330 million people, okay? Realistically, if there is a major event, and this is my opinion, okay, let's just put that out there to start with. If it was a major event that affected the whole world or affected the entire United States, I think the population would be greatly reduced within inside the first year by as much as 80%, if not more, okay? Just because, here's what you got to realize, okay? We are the fattest, laziest, and most spoiled country in the world. That is a reality. In my Canadian neighbors, in my British subscribers and Scandinavian subscribers and everybody from Australia, whatever, you probably can attest to that. It's a proven fact that America is the fattest country in the world. And, you know, a lot of people are not going to make it just because of that reason alone. Now, being wintertime, most people will always gain weight in the winter, and I hit a number recently that I did not like, and so I have decided to do something about it, and I have been. And I've already actually dropped 10 pounds already, and it's just basically changing eating habits and trying to, you know, eat better and stuff like that. So I have a long way to go where I want my goal to be. I'd like to get back down to about 185. If I got down to 185, I would be extremely happy with that. So it's another 35 pounds to go. So I have a ways to go yet. But anyway, that being said, you know, being prepared is not a stupid thing in any way, shape, or form. Okay, it is not a stupid thing. It's being smart. It's being prudent with what you're doing. There's nothing wrong with having an abundant supply of food and those type of things and supplies to be ready for an emergency situation, regardless of the length of that emergency situation. We have emergencies in this country every single year, you know, and a lot of them are very predictable. There's going to be wildfires out in California every year, okay? You're going to have hurricanes, you know, that come in. Now, not do all hurricanes hit the United States? No, but the possibility is there, okay? Are we going to have tornadoes every year? Absolutely, we're going to have tornadoes, and in certain places it's more prevalent than others. Are we going to have major snowstorms in the Northeast? Absolutely, we're going to have those type of things. There's going to be power outages, okay? There's going to be flooding every year. If you live near a major, like the Mississippi River, there's that possibility every year that could flood, okay? So those things are going to happen, and they're going to continue to happen. So there's nothing wrong with being prepared for those types of emergencies, okay? How much you prep or whatever is up to your own discretion. I encourage people to prep. I encourage people to be ready to be as self-sufficient as you possibly can be. I don't want to be in any kind of... now, okay, here's a good example of what I'm talking about. They had, like, you know, you had the flooding and stuff like that that happened in Houston because of the hurricane, and what happened in Florida. They had centers that you could go to, like fallout shelters and stuff like that, but you're with a whole crap load of other people, okay? A whole crap load of other people that are not ready and that are looking for somebody else to take care of them. It happens all the time. So if you can be self-sufficient and take care of yourself and not rely on other people, that's what it's realistically all about, in my opinion, okay? So that's one of the things I wanted to talk about. Another thing I wanted to talk about, the discount thing on Legacy, and I'm going to do a whole thing tomorrow. Actually, we're going to do a review of the Legacy pancakes that we got. We're going to do a review on that tomorrow. But the promo code fast shipping, some people had made a comment that they tried it and it didn't work. I forgot to tell you yesterday because I was just going over it pretty quickly. But that is for people that have already purchased from Legacy will get that 20% discount. So if you've already made a purchase in the past from Legacy and you think, well, I'd like to get some more, now would be the time to do it because you're going to get a 20% discount. They have said that they are going to be shipping everything out within 1 to 2 days of the orders now. So that's absolutely an awesome thing, because I know that some people had to wait for a while to get their stuff, you know, that they had ordered when they had the big promotion in November. But now it's going to be completely different. It's going to be very, very fast. You're going to get your food rather quickly. So that's a good thing, you know. So if you're interested, if you've purchased already before, you have an opportunity to get another 20% off. For everybody, it's going to be the fast shipping now anyway. So, but if you are interested in and you've made a purchase through Legacy before, now would be the time, because you can get an additional 20% off whatever your purchase is going to be. Okay, so I thought I would share that with you first. Okay, so anyway, We're going to be, like I said, we're going to do a review tomorrow with the kids and I on the pancakes. The kids are not going to go to their mom's this weekend. We actually called their mom on Wednesday, and she's been down with the flu. And she actually gave the flu to her mother and her stepfather, and everybody in the house is sick. So I called her up and I said, listen, you know, I'm going to keep the kids home this weekend just because, you know, with the sickness going around down there, I don't want them to get the flu and stuff like that. And she agreed and said absolutely, and she's just going to try to get better. So they're not going to go. So that's what's happening with that. But so anyway, you know, a lot of new people subscribing to the channel, a lot going on. Some people were saying that I'm fear-mongering. I am absolutely not a fear-mongerer. I try to put realistic scenarios that possibly could happen. And, you know, when I say that people will starve you out, they can starve you out. If they stop the trucks from rolling and no food is coming in, those grocery stores are going to empty out rather quickly, and you're going to have what you have, period, bottom line. If there is a major thing that happens in this country, which is a possibility, okay, I'm not a fortune teller. I can't say that, okay, this is the event that's going to happen. There's so many possibilities of things that could happen. Yellowstone is a real big one of those. That's a world changer, okay. I've had people say to me, oh, there's no reason to prep, you're better off being dead anyway. Well, that's not the attitude I want to have. I want to live. I want my children to live. I mean, if you have children and you don't prep, I think that that's an issue. You know, why would you not be ready for any kind of an emergency? Even if you don't want to call it prepping, be ready for an emergency to help your family out, to help your children out, to help your elderly mother or whoever out, you know. Those are things you got to think about. So, you know, because of that, I think it's very intelligent to prep, to be ready for whatever. You know, people will ask me all the time, well, what are you getting ready for? What are you getting ready for? And I always have the same answer. I'm getting ready for whatever is going to happen. Do I feel like something is going to happen in my gut? Absolutely I do. When is that going to happen? I couldn't tell you that, guys, okay? But the thing is, with what I'm doing here at the homestead and trying to be as independent as I possibly can be, let's say nothing ever happens. I've had that scenario brought to me too. What if something never happens? Well, I have a tremendous amount of food that I can rotate. Food is going to do nothing but get more expensive over time. And because I bought, you know, a case of this or a case of that, and then I started eating it, now it's XYZ amount of money. So it's insurance, basically, okay? And everything else that I'm doing, I'm making us as independent as we possibly can be. You know, having our own well, having, you know, our own solar system and stuff like that, you know. It's about trying to be as free as I possibly can be, and, you know, trying to teach my kids that this is a very sustainable lifestyle, that we can do this, that we don't have to rely on somebody else to take care of all of our wants and needs. I don't want to rely on somebody else to take care of all my wants and needs. You know, we're working on things, we continue to work on things, and it's just, it's what happens, it's what we do, okay? So, you know, if you agree or disagree with it, that's absolutely fine, that's your choice. If you don't like what I'm doing on my channel, don't watch my channel, because I really could care less if you do or not, to be honest with you. I work a full-time job. I do YouTube because I enjoy doing YouTube. I do YouTube because you know, one of the things that I've said in previous videos, I want to leave a legacy behind that my children's children can go back and say, you know, and even my children, they can go back when they're adults and they can go back and look at the video from, you know, 2015 and go, oh my God, I remember that. And then they can see themselves on video as teenagers, you know, and they can see where we came from and where we're at. It's all right there. It's chronologically in order of how we did it. And so, and then they can share that with their kids, and they can say, listen, I'm gonna show you Grandpa Ed and what Grandpa Ed did back in the 2000s. You know what I mean? And that's what it's all about. And so that's why I do YouTube. The fact that I can make some money off of YouTube, that's a bonus. I mean, that is absolutely a bonus, you know. I enjoy sharing. I enjoy trying to help people. I'm in the medical field. That's what I do. I'm a helper. That's what I do. I try to help people. If I can wake you guys up to help yourselves, then that's part of my calling as far as I'm concerned. My job is to try to help you to wake up. If you don't wake up, that's on you. You know, don't come crying to me after everything goes bad because you've never done anything, and I have sacrificed everything for what I'm doing. I don't have any help for you at that point. If I've given you an opportunity to come in to be part of something and you snubbed your nose at me, then there's no help for you. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. But anyway, you know, I'm not a gloom and doom person. I try to be a very glass half full type of person, very positive, because we don't know what's going to happen in the world. You still have to live your life. You can't just be like, oh my God, I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to do this. You still have to live your life. But while you're living your life, take the proper steps to make yourself prepared as much as you possibly can be. It's just smart to do, okay? So anyway, I got to show you this again real quick. She's now back in the box. There she is, back in the box. Anyway, guys, listen. This has turned into a lot longer video than I had anticipated. I just wanted to sit down and talk with you, explain some stuff to you, and hopefully that helps. Like I said, so now you know where I'm coming from, okay? So anyway, I prep because those two kids are my whole world, and I want to make sure they survive whatever's coming. That's the #1 reason why I prep, okay? So that's it right there in a nutshell. Anyway, remember guys, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen. And remember guys, STD. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. And the only one that's going to stop you is yourself. That's it. I hope everybody has a great day. Have a wonderful weekend. I will talk to you guys all tomorrow. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.